Welcome to the OVYLYR Trading Room. We are going to take a look to see if we are set up to trade today, and we're going to give away some awesome stuff to our outliers. And then lastly, we are going to watch a video, probably one of the worst trading videos of all time, and I'm going to teach you step by step why you should stay the hell away from selling options. So how does that sound, Joe? Sound like you're in the right place?
It sounds fantastic. I'd love to know why I should not sell options.
Dude, let's go. Let's go. So first, let's take a look at our trading plan. 40% of every stock's move is due to the market. So let's go take a look at these parts of our trading plan and see if we're set up. So first, the SPY needs to have a bullish trend. So let's pop open the SPY real quick and let's take a look. And I do want to change this over to, no, we'll leave it on swing signals for now. That's fine. We have two different types of signals, Joe. We have swing signals and active signals. And by the way, all the work that we've been doing on our trading plan was building up the active signals. The active signals are tremendously profitable. But if you can believe this, Scott, our quant, has already found ways to make the swing signals nearly 2.5 times higher expectancy. 2.5 times, not like
Two and a half, two and
two
a half times higher than the active signal?
250% higher.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
So
Can you quickly define an active signal versus a swing signal for me?
so on the ETFs, they're the same. They're exactly the same. But if we go into Albertone, and I were chatting earlier today about this. In fact, Albertone, I did have a chance to meet with Mahesh and showed him the difference in the swing and let me pop this open. Hang on. The swing and active signals. So let's do this. We'll pull one that is a swing signal and an active signal, and then we'll pop back and forth to see the difference. Scott is amazing. Get him, Scott. Let's go. Let's go. So, all right. This is the swing signal. I thought I just changed to active signal. Hold on. I might have messed that up again. Let's try it again. This is the active signal for mu micron. Now, you can see over here that it's 8 of 9. So we're really close to getting all 9 of 9. Like it could absolutely happen by Monday. So active signal, you can see right here has a buy, a sell, a buy, a sell, a buy. And over here, buy, sell, and then a new buy, right? You can see as I pop through back and forth on these, the active signals are more active, as you would imagine. The sell signals are less active. And so that's what we see right here is that the active signals will only get buy signals if there is an existing existing buy signal in place. So it's like a double confirmation. It's like a double confirmation. You have a swing signal with a buy. You have the possibility of a buy signal as well on the actives. So,
Okay.
Scott's doing incredible work and seeing how the swing signals are just like totally dominating, unbelievably dominating. I'm very excited about this. So anyway, where was I? Let's go back to the SPY. Let's go back to the SPY, Joe. See, we talk about having a trading plan, and I just proved out why we have a trading plan. It's like, where was I? I totally went off on a tangent. Oh yeah, here we go. Right back to it. Easy peasy. All the ETFs are the same for active and swing signals. So we do have a buy signal on the market. The market is still within a green uptrend, pushing new all-time highs today. And so we have a bullish trend, a buy signal. The SPY and greed, the SPY fear and greed bottomed yesterday and is starting to come back up very slightly. And it is under 70. So as of today, this is under 70 and rising. So this holds true. Now it's close to 70. So our trading window may be really short. It's at 68.96. However, we don't know how long it's going to last. We can only take what's given to us, right? Only take what's given to us.
I can
Let's go
remember
look
a
at the full
really
stocks.
short I can remember a really short trading window this spring where we made loads of money. So short is not necessarily bad.
Exactly. When we go to the full stocks, we have a score of 2 on the donkey channels. We'll talk about that more in a minute. But we do not have the breadth crossover on the 10 EMA. It's really close. And I mean, it could be Monday when all this is starting to pull through. So unfortunately, this is going to knock us out from trading. But we did have a AS2 today, active signal 2, because the market had a score of 2, and you can do anything on the sectors. Let's also go look at the sector fear and greeds. I sent this to Mahesh earlier. Mahesh and I had a nice conversation today after we met with Shane, and I was like, In fact, he wanted me to send. I've already sent him screenshots of this, but he's like, send me new screenshots of this. I'm like, fine. So this is so sick. And I told him this is exactly what I want. It's got everything that I want to see right here in one space. And if I want to expand it, boom, I can expand it to see what I want. So VacLav is a genius. Thank you, VacLav. We want to see the sector fear and greeds all under 70 and rising. Well, not all, but for the one we would trade. Which one has it under 70 and rising? They're all under 70. That's good, but only 2 are rising. Energy, no, more than 2. Energy, materials, real estate, and technology. So those are rising on their fear and greed. But we don't have a fear and greed relative greed score over 1.0. So remember, the SPY's fear and greed was 68.96. So that's the market's fear and greed. Do any sectors have a stronger greed rating than the market?
No.
No. And that's okay, right? I mean, the objective here is to get the hottest, most exciting, greediest sector as possible. In fact, Scott was showing me earlier today the data with fear, the relative greed, which is what we named it. I figured this out, by the way. Me, this dude right here. I was keeping track of this for months in my trading journal. It was a theory that I was testing. Scott proved it out. I'm very stoked about that. Thank you very much. Relative greed is one of the biggest determinants of how your trades is going to come. Like it's like off the charts, most important thing. So I just thought that was really cool. Who would have thought?
So just
Um,
looking through the heat map list here, we could potentially see real estate next week have a higher relative fear and greed than SPY.
let's see, 6681. Very possible. Very, very, very possible. Absolutely possible. So we have more than one disqualification, right? Full stock's breadth isn't there. We don't have the relative greed going through. So really, we don't even need to look at this anymore, right? We have more than enough reasons to not trade today. More than enough reasons to, let me turn this bad boy on. More than enough reasons to put the on button here. Sit in cash and don't F up. How's that sound? Yo, I would like to sit in cash and not F up my portfolio today. How about you?
I did choose to do that today. Yes, I used the same exact steps that you just showed us all this morning, and I was very excited. Once I saw SPY was under 70 and it was trending up, I'm like, all right, let's go, boys. And I got to the relative fear and greed, and it just wasn't there. So here I sit in cash, not losing a penny. Matter of
Not
fact,
losing a penny.
I'm making money because I'm in
Yeah.
escrow.
Yeah. I love SGov because I can like literally log in my account every single day and I have more money in my account than I did the day before, and I didn't do a damn thing. How fun is
Yeah.
that? That makes me happy. That makes me happy. Okay, so we're not going to trade anything today. And even though we're not going to trade anything today, that is part of the plan. That is part of the plan. Write it in stone. There are times when you have a plan that you need to expect to win, you need to expect to lose, and you need to expect to not do anything in the meantime. Is that booklet in the Discord? I honestly don't know. I don't know. I didn't put it somewhere. That wasn't me. and for those asking, we've had some support inquiries come in. We didn't write that code for that, so we can't give you any support on it. You're gonna have to reach out to VacLav. It's unfortunately one of those things that member contribution, but because it's member contribution, we can't service it.
I believe that it's in the VIP toolkit under member contribution, next to VacLav's name. So
There you
if I
go.
was to go look for it, that's where I would look.
I agree. And let's take a moment real quick to everybody say congrats to Shane in the chat. Shane has come on part of the team to help us grow different social media channels, right? I got YouTube's covered. I'm not stressed on that. YouTube's is working great. But we want to get with somebody who knows something about Snapchats and TikToks. And Shane actually has a really strong demonstrated track record on that. And I want to showcase Shane to go from somebody like everybody loves a great underdog story, right? Like Rocky, like like the Lord of the Rings, right? Like going from the rags to riches story. And I'm certainly not saying that Shane is rags or anything like that. But Joe, do you know how awesome it's going to be a year from now when Shane comes on? He's like, bro, I made X number hundreds of thousands of dollars thanks to OVYLYR, whatever the case is, right? I'm so stoked for him. In fact, we were talking today. I mean, like, once you figure out trading, I made more in 2 months than I did my entire year or whatever of consulting, right? And I've been consulting for 12 years, so I was making a decent salary, right? When you figure out trading, money will flow to you like no one's business, as long as you know what you're doing and you don't F up your account in the meantime.
Absolutely. And I hope we can fit 3 people on the screen because I'm gonna be sitting right next to Shane when I make all the money.
Dude, I'm so excited to have him, right? What a legend it's gonna be to go from plumber to legend. I
That's right.
think it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be one of those things that goes down in YouTube history, right? Congratulations, Shane. Shane, well deserved, and I am super stoked that he can be a part of the team. But you know what else I'm super stoked about, Joe? It's Friday, and I get to click my favorite button. It is the weekly winner circle, this week's member highlight. And so, if you posted in the Discord in the share your big wins section, April this morning, it's too late. You can be qualified for next week. April already went through and got everybody's name and put it in a spreadsheet for me because that's way easier to do than anything else. And she got me some highlight reels. So let's go take a look at some of these, right? Like Erratic. I've been with OVYLYR since mid August. I like to share my first 5 trades since becoming a member. UNH, 19% profit. UNE, 8% profit. 4 U's in a row, 3% profit. Dock in, 2% profit. And FTI, 46% profit. But he made a total gain of over 3% in his account, right? Now, granted, while none of these are big wins in their own, do you know what kind of confidence that builds in somebody? Do you know what kind of difference in a world it is going to make to have these sort of results in your account? Bro.
Just
Before
like
being out, oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
which is the same reason for getting rid of those losers. Because when you log into your account and you're seeing red, it's such a downer. But man, when you log into your account and they're all green, oh, that really picks you up.
Yeah, and that's something that I talk about a lot, right? If you log into your account and it's not filled with winners, you're doing it wrong. Like
Yep.
legitimately, and I know that sounds very pretentious of me, sounds very fake guru of me, but I learned that from one of the greatest traders of all time, Mark Minervini. He's like, when you log in your account and you see red, 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 you're doing it wrong.
Mhm.
Close those, get out of the way, and just keep the winners on. And it sounds so simple, but most people can't do that. And here's the thing, Joe. We're not like most people. We're not like most people at all. So congratulations to Erratic. Laurent says, I just want to thank Chris. Oh, that's super sweet. And the team. Joined at the start of the year after getting into a mess selling options. Green is gold. And taking stupid trades. We're going to talk more about how awful selling options is in just a moment. He was a bag holder on hundreds of AMD shares at that point. Managed to gradually repair my account thanks to you guys, and even managed to offload AMD with over a small loss, which is great. Wish I had discovered OVYLYR a year earlier. I do too, Laurent. I do too. But I'm glad you're here, my friend. Obviously, Ian wrote a novel, but it seemed like all kinds of great stuff happened to him. One of our OVYLYR University graduates, like Joe, alumni together. And lastly, Mr. T-Rex sold his goal position up another 130%. Maybe next time, if I don't actually post my percentages, I'll still enter for the weekly drawing. You're entered to win this week. How about that? And then Georgia's always on my mind. She sold AVGO. She sold Broadcom for 132%, the largest gain since becoming an OVYLYR, right? So we have these stories all day, every day, Joe. It just makes this the best. It makes it the best when I get to hear from you how you are using OVYLYR. And so I want to pay you back. We're going to have some winners here. I need to go to my very favorite website of all time. Joe, do you remember what that is?
Oh heavens! You just asked me this the other day too.
It's
No, I do not.
random.org, bruh. Random.org for the most random guy on the internet. Yes. So we're gonna pick. We have 30 entries. I'll do 3 winners today. How's that sound? I don't.
I
I
love
feel
it.
conflicted about Deep Thought. He's like an actual like part of the OVYLYR team. So if he wins, I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe I should give it to somebody else. Uh,
Well, you can cross that bridge when you get there.
yeah, let's see if he wins or not. All right. Actually, we could go from like 1 to 29 and totally like screw over Deep Thought. I don't want to do that. Let's go. 1 to 30. Let's see who's the first of 3 winners today. By the way, we are going to have another drawing, and you will be entered to win if you put hashtag OVYLYR in the chat. But I mean, like Corey and King Arthur did right here. But if you don't, is it really Deep Thought's birthday? Is it actually for real? Well, daggum. I'm going to make sure he does get something today. How's that sound? Deep Thought, just for you, my friend. I didn't know that. Happy birthday to you, Deep Thought. Let's give this first one away. Watch this one be the worst of all. Oh, the karma's so real. Let's give the first one away to Deep Thought because it is his birthday. I didn't realize that. All right.
Ooh,
What's Deep Thought's birthday present? Deep Thought's birthday present is an OVYLYR flag hat. I don't know, Remember, Deep Thought has a purge bot. Nobody's safe. That's right, including me. Including me. The outlier Deep Thought won an outlier flag hat, dude. What a brilliant hat! I
Yeah,
think you could totally model those right now.
I
Man,
love it.
outstanding.
Fits great.
Deep Thought wins a outlier flag hat. So Deep Thought wins an outlier flag hat. All right. Very,
This
very
means
cool.
this means he can come into the lives with us and chit chat.
I don't know if you want to do that. I heard he's a robot, so that'd be weird. Talking to a robot. All right, all right, all right. So who's going to be our first of 3 winners? We're going to take off Deep Thought here now. First of 3 winners, number 11. Number 11 is Laurent. No, I'm sorry, it's not Laurent. I'm sorry to get your hopes up. It was Mingles. Mingles in New Jersey. Mingles in New Jersey. What did Mingles in New Jersey win? Let's see. Let's see what Mingles in New Jersey won. Mingles won a $10 outlier merch credit. Congratulations to you, Mingles. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can get for $10 or less, right? We have priced everything at the lowest possible price we can. And if you use code outlier in the checkout, you'll even save more. All right, who's the next winner going to be? The next winner is going to be number 22. That is Dr. J. Dr. J's in the house, by the way. Dr. J, congratulations to you. Dr. J, let's see what Dr. J won. Let's see what Dr. J won. He won a Outlier U hoodie. Dude, the hoodies are grand prices. They're the most expensive thing we offer in the shop. So congratulations to Dr. J with the grand prize, an Outlier U hoodie. We need to get Dr. J in, oh, he's a doctor, so he should probably be teaching one of the courses in Outlier U, right?
Right.
Congratulations to you, Dr. J. We got one more winner coming up on the board. Who is it going to be? Let's go to random.org for the last time. By the way, number 20, oh, number 29, the person right next to Deep Thought. Who is it? Who is it? Ratso. Mr. Ratso is our 3rd winner of the day. Let's see what Mr. Ratso won. Let's see. Dr. J with all the hearts. Let's see what Ratso won. Ratso won a Monkey Hammer koozie. Outstanding work. So let me type that in. And then I'm going to give you just another moment to put hashtag outlier in the chat. In the chat. So this was a Monkey Hammer koozie. All right. Last chance to put hashtag outlier in the chat to be our final giveaway winner for the day. By the way, if your name was called, if you're one of the winners, April's going to reach out to you over in the Discord or shoot us an email over at support@outlier.com. Let's see who the winner is going to be. Who's that winner? I hope it's Max or Justin or Santanu. It was Phil. Congratulations, Phil. Congratulations to Phil. We talked to Phil this morning. I remember that avatar. I remember. Yep. Congratulations to you, Phil. Watching live was totally worth it, my friend. Now let's see what he won. Let's see what Phil won. Let's see what Phil won. Make this more bigger. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. It's a Outlier flag coffee mug. That's a good one right there. That's a really good one. Just ask Senior Wahoo. He loves him some coffee mugs. Awesome. So Outlier flag coffee mug is the winner for Phil. Outlier flag coffee mug. Outstanding work. Congratulations to all of our winners today. And man, is this the best YouTube channel you've ever come across? I'm just saying. I was
just thinking to myself, there are no other subscriptions that I pay for that I have a chance to win prizes on. This is amazing.
Dude, and it only costs you 82 cents a day.
Yeah, can't beat it.
Dude, I love doing this. This Fridays are my very favorite, right? Congratulations to all the winners, and congratulations to everyone for making it to the weekend. Outstanding work. Congratulations, everybody. Right. Now, I want to shift gears. We covered our trading plan, no trades for the day. We gave away all kinds of fun stuff because that's what we do here on the Outlier channel. How about we spend a little bit of time talking about how important it is to not break the golden rule of leverage. The golden rule of leverage is never put yourself in a situation where you can lose more than you can make. And that is a real thing. If you sell options, that is exactly what happens every time. There's not a time where you sell options and you're like, oh no, I'm not going to break the golden rule of leverage. By default, you have broken the golden rule of leverage. So we're going to watch this video. And again, this was suggested to us by Tony H, one of our winners today. And so he said, Chris, I found the video that I was looking for, trading with Ashley. She sold puts on SMCI last year. It was her quote perfect trade. He sold one put at 800. The stock pulled back. Maybe he didn't sell. It sounded like he sold it. Either way, sold one put at 800. The stock pulled back. Oh, okay, I see. He's explaining what she did. So she sold puts at 800. The stock pulled back. Sold more puts at 780. Assigned at the 800s. Then assigned on the 780s, and the stock plummeted. Current value pre-split is $439.50, turning to an approximate $70,000 or more loss, depending on when she finally closed. When
Ooh,
I asked her what her strategy was after it dropped to $711, she replied, hold until it comes back. Check out the chart. No follow-up videos that I could find.
ouch.
You know, the frustrating part about this, just say no to selling options, right? This is the wheel strategy in a nutshell. So let me I want to clear this. Hang on. I want to start fresh on like a white. Hang on. I need a white background because I'm going to draw all over the place. Okay. Hold tight. We're going to do this. We're going to draw like we're in 7th grade. 7th grade, 2nd grade. We're going to go 2nd grade. Okay. Let me see if I can explain the wheel strategy as if you were a 2nd grader. How's that sound, Joe?
Let's do it.
Albert Einstein says, if you can't explain something simply, then you don't understand it yourself. So let's start here. Let's say that you sold puts. Okay. And you are, quote, collecting income. I'm also writing like I didn't even spell it right. Writing like a 2nd grader on here. Very cool, right? Beautiful. Very professional from a professional YouTuber. All right. So we're selling puts and collecting income. It's a
Penny,
brilliant strategy, right?
pennies. We're collecting pennies, right?
We're collecting pennies. Exactly. So we've sold puts and we're collecting this income. Imagine trying to take rent on a rent house without owning the rent house. Feels like a problem, right?
Yeah.
Feels like we got some issues here. So you're selling puts and collecting income. And then at some point you're going to get assigned. I'm just going to leave ass. You get assigned the shares. So you now own all those shares. So for every one lot that you sold, you now own 100 shares. Okay. You now sold, let's say, we'll just keep it round numbers for one. You sold one put contract. You now own 100 shares because, as he described, it went from $800, the puts that she sold, down to $711, which is significantly below, tremendously below what she sold it at. She broke the golden rule of leverage, Joe. She broke it. And then she now owns the shares, and the wheel comes back to, now that you own the shares, you're going to come over here and you're going to sell calls against it. Sell calls. Man, this is so beautiful. Against the shares. And I'm not even spelling it right. Sell calls against the shares that you were just assigned. So she's down. Let's do math. She's down 800 minus 711. Okay. $89 a share. $89 per share. But she took in, let's call it a dollar of credit, Chris. Okay. Now she's down $88 a share. What a big difference that made. Wow. I'm so glad that I sold those options, right? And now she's down $88 a share. So you can go through and sell calls against those shares. Okay. So you might be able to make another dollar. Or let me do it the other way. You might be able to make another dollar and another dollar and another dollar, right? And let's say you did that every month. Bro, it's going to take you 7 years to break even if the price of your stock doesn't go down any further. Okay. And then, you know what? We can just sell puts on it again. This is the wheel. The wheel's broken. Don't even think about doing the wheel. This is the absolute worst option trading strategy I have ever heard of. And I do not understand why people think it is the holy grail of trading. It is a horrible, horrible, horrible risk return ratio here. Ratio. It's so bad I can't even say the word right. That's how bad it is. It is the worst ratio I have ever seen. Someone's going to call me a racist for saying ratio. Is what it is. That's the internet. It's the worst ratio of all time. Okay. So looking at this, I can't imagine anybody thinking that this is a brilliant idea. This only works if the stock doesn't go down.
Yeah, it sounds like you're losing money and you also have your money tied up, so you can't be trading it on anything else.
I didn't even think of that, Joe. Well said. Yeah. So Alan says, seriously, don't sell options. I lost a small fortune when I bought a bull put spread on Microsoft and it dived in March. The market makers closed the contract before it could recover. And that's the thing, too, is that when you sell options, you now open yourself to all kinds of other issues, like getting assigned shares, aka like this, right? You open yourself up to somebody closing the trade on your behalf because you're taking too much risk. It's a real, real dangerous situation. So Tony shared this video. We're going to watch this together. And I've watched one video of her channel, and it's really funny because as a born and raised Texan, I could tell within 5 seconds she's from Texas, and I would bet that she lives within 30 minutes of me. Like I hear her accent from 10 miles away because she probably lives that close to me. Like that's how strong her accent is. And it's really funny to me. So let's watch this video. This is Trading with Ashley, the $25,000 a week wheel strategy play. Wow. Joe, do you think the wheel strategy is ass? Got it. Yes. Do you think that this is going to work out well based on what we just talked about?
I'm gonna predict that there's gonna be money lost.
Hmm. But it's $25,000 a week, Joe. She said right here, I'm going to make 25 grand a week doing the wheel.
Well, not every YouTube video comes with a title that matches the content.
Arnon lives way too close to me. Arnon, you and I, we need to hang sometime. Wait, Chris is from Texas? I couldn't tell. Yeah. Arnon and I are practically neighbors. Let's watch this. Oh, you need 11 million. Okay. You need $11 million to make 25K a week. Yeah, here we go.
Trading with Ashley channel. I actually had a different video planned for you today, but something
Oh my gosh, it's so funny to listen to her because like that Texan accent just comes out right through it.
happened and it was such an incredible play and it yielded so much income for me and my Discord members. I was asked by one of our members who came up with the play, his name's Maurice, to do a video on this. And I thought, you know what? I do need to share this with everybody so that they can better understand how the wheel strategy works and how it can produce consistent income for you. So this video is going to be packed with information and I want you to take note because these plays, as incredible as they were, they can be repeated in the right dynamics with the right scenarios as long as a stock is behaving correctly like you want it to for the wheel strategy. And one thing that I do, me and my Discord members, we are scanning the markets daily for the perfect trade setups that will really help us grow our wealth. And it's working. I go live twice a week. And today, one of our members.
Hang on, I wanna fast forward to where she's actually talking about it. By the way, can you hear the Texan accent?
Oh yeah.
Next week. Both of these trades I consider in the category of perfect trades. And that doesn't
Bro. That sounds like a problem to start with.
happen often, but we were able to get two in 1 week, and I wanted to share them with you. I'm going to take you into the charts now, and I am going to show you why we selected the strike prices we did and why these trades are working out so well for us. The first one I'm going to go over with you is SMCI, Super Microcomputers. And this was alerted to me by Maurice, and I went and looked at it and I said, you know what, this is a great trade setup. Let's go take a look at it. And I actually sold two puts.
Yo, thank you for sharing that with us, Sean. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know. She could be an Okie. I don't know. To me, it just sounds very, very Dallas accent.
On SMCI, and I'll take you through what they were. The first put I sold was an $800 put and it expired today. So we took this trade earlier in the week. For the $800 put, I actually received per share $4.52. And I used a combination of cash and margin, which actually gave me a little bit more buying power. And because of that, when it pulled back, I was able to go and sell a second one for even more money. It was a $780 put and it paid $7.
Oh, hang on. I know this is hard to see. Okay. Oh, well, at least she's not talking big dollars over here. She's only doing 1 and 2. So she's short the 780 put and then short the 800 put. Okay. Now this is pre-split. I don't keep up with SMCI, so I don't know when it split or how much it split for. But let's go take a look at this. I do have it saved over here. It's SMCI is a $44 stock right now, but thankfully we can have some dates on here. So let's do some investigative reporting. July 19th, 2024. Okay, so let's go over to here. Let me remove any previous notes. July 19th, 2024. Oh my gosh. Hang on.
Ouch.
Yikes. Okay.
Ouch.
July 19th. There. Oh. So first off, she's selling puts in a downtrend. That is probably the most dangerous thing you could do. Absolutely most dangerous thing you could do.
Now, I believe you sell puts if you expect the price to go up, right?
Right.
Okay. So
Yeah.
she's doing the opposite. That's not good.
No, she wants it to go up.
Hmm.
No, she wants it to go up. And so it was if it were a 10 for 1 split, this seems like approximate values because this is $80. Whew. Okay. So July 16th, she sold the 800s, and on the 17th, she sold the 780s, and she was excited to do that. Okay, so let's imagine this is a 10 for 1 split. So on the 16th and on the 17th, and they weren't big positions, so hopefully it didn't kill her. The 17th and 16th. So let's do that here, and let's do that here. Now let's mark on the chart where a 10 to 1 split would be if it were an $80 put. Okay. All right. So if she sold the $80 put, it was currently in an uptrend. I'll give you that. It did close under the 10 EMA right here. Now remember, Joe, what do we call it with a close under the 10 EMA?
Exit signal.
Exit signal, red light. This is a warning. This is a warning.
Trend change.
There's a trend change that happened on that date.
Mm-hmm.
The very next day, it goes from, let's call it 870 at the time. The very next day, it closed at 816, and she sold a 78/780 put. Okay, so she's taken one risk here that's already not working out. Then she decided to take another risk here, and in fact, she did 2 and 1. Okay, so not big positions, but still, she took a losing trade and added to her losses in this case. I have a slide for that, Joe. You probably know which one I'm thinking of. This is Paul Tudor Jones, one of the best traders of all time, telling you right here, right now. Losers average losers. Don't even think about it. So she started with her original trade here, and it could have worked out fine. Honestly, Joe, she didn't need it to go to the moon, right? She didn't need to go to the moon. She just needed to go anywhere but the way it did.
Mm-hmm.
She just needs to go anywhere else in the whole world except for this way, which is exactly what happened, right? And of course, on this period, she couldn't have said, oh, you know what, it's going to crash down. But she was excited, as she said, because she sold this one here for, I'm assuming she sold it for 452. I assume that that's what that is, average cost basis. And yeah, it has to be. Okay. And then she sold the next one for 737. So if she did that, she's taken in 452 plus 737, 4.52 plus 737, or I'm sorry, 7.37. So if she were using one lot, she didn't do the same size, but she's taking $11.89 of credit, right? Sounds brilliant. Joe, if I told you that I know a strategy where you can get $1,189 for each one lot, that sounds pretty great, right?
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Oh my goodness. But because we've broken the golden rule of leverage, in fact, let's do a little what is a short put? Short put options. Let me show you why this is such a dangerous thing. Perhaps she meant to buy the put and push the sell button. Maybe, perhaps so. Maybe, perhaps so. Right. So she needs the stock to stay above her strike price. And we determined was the 800 strike and the 780 strike. Okay. She did take in $11 and change. Let's round it to $12. So her break even point would be $12 total. I mean, it's kind of in between the two. I don't know. What is our, I mean, I'm gonna have to do like a decent amount of algebra to get to that point. Let's just say that her break even was around 75. Okay. Those ballpark there, it might be a little bit less, but let's just say her break even is 75. Okay. So anywhere above 75, she could profit. But if it goes below 75, we got problems. And we got a lot of problems, bigly problems, because if you sell puts and you broke the golden rule of leverage, you now have yourself in a situation where you can lose tremendously, tremendously more than you can make because this is open ended. This is open ended risk, closed ended reward. Open ended risk, closed ended reward. In no world does this ever make sense. In no world does this make sense. Even, listen, even if she used the OVYLYR 9, right? It's not going to save her from a put she sold, but it should go up. It's the most dangerous word in finance. It should go up. Yeah, it should, right? So the mistake happened here, right? The mistake happened here on entry, selling a put when it closed under the 10 EMA. That is your short-term trend just got broken, right? Now, granted, we can't expect it to go down like this, but every time it has crashed, it closed under the 10 EMA. It is a fact. Not every time it closes under the 10 EMA, it crashes, but every time it's crashed, it has crashed under the 10 EMA. Okay, there's the issue here. Then the next day, she sold more. She averaged down in this case. She added to her loser thinking, oh, you know what? It'll come back. It'll come back. It's fine. I just need it to not go down any further. Then what did it do? Bro, it tanked hard. Tanked really, really brutally hard. Oh man, the bottom from where her initial trade went in to the bottom was down 80%. Hey Joe, there's a rule. You ever heard of it? It's called a 50-80 rule.
What is it?
Oh, it's this really neat rule that just played out exactly right here. Anytime you see a stock making these big giant moves, there's an 80% chance it'll fall by 50%. And then there's a 50% chance that it'll fall by 80%.
Okay.
This fell by 80% from her entry point, not even from the top. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So
Bro.
so Chris, mathematically, what does she have to have this stock return to? What's her profit got to be in order to get back to zero?
All right. So from the bottom, and of course it's not at the bottom now, but it's also not too far from it. From the bottom to get back to her original. Oh my God. I laugh because it's obnoxiously huge. I didn't even realize it's that much. All right.
This one hurt.
An 80% drawdown needs a stock to go up. Ready for this? 352%.
Ouch.
The stock has to go up 352% to get back to break even. This is why you don't buy stock in a downtrend. You don't buy calls in a downtrend. And the very last thing you could ever do, the worst thing possible, is to sell puts in a downtrend.
Yeah, and when you look at that candle that she bought on, it was already breaking the 10. And it was already in an order block, I'm assuming anyway, because the order block existed for at least a week before that. So
True.
there's an awful lot of signals that would tell an outlier not to get into it. And she clearly could not see into the future, right? So I'm trying to find, some factors here that we as outliers could have looked at. And there's obviously a few. It might have even closed below the prior day's low if I was to zoom in. But
by the way, Rejo has a brilliant point. In fact, and we'll go to that in just a moment, Rejo. It did close below the prior day's low, which is not a good sign. Now I have seen, and I have adjusted my trading plan to not be so tight when it closes under the prior day low. So I'll give her that credit. But Rejo nailed it right on the head. That looks like the classic market cycle pattern, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's I don't want to remove all the drawings. We might need them, but let's show what a market cycle pattern looks like. Bam. All right, let's see. Bam.
Wow, it's
Yes.
almost 1 for 1, Chris.
Bam. 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 It's like when you go get your glasses, because you know, all of OVYLYR University was old men wearing glasses, right? So we all know this. Is it better one or two? One or two? Do you see the
Yeah.
difference, Joe? Is it one or two? Exactly.
Yeah. It's even got the, the flat top there on the right-hand side too. It's just
It's weird. 82 cents a day would have saved her a hell of a lot of money. I agree. I agree. But like, I want you guys to understand the market cycle, which you see up on the screen right here. As much of a theory as a lot of people think it is a reality. This is real. Your stage one is the consolidation. Stage two is this big uptrend where everybody feels like they're a genius. Remember, all stocks act bad, but every once in a while they act right. And if you put it in this context here, 3 out of 4 times it's acting bad, and only one time is it acting right. And then stage three is when it's up at the top and the moving averages are crossing over. And she sold puts at the stage three, and she happened to catch the very last candle of stage three, it looks like. And then stage four is this downtrend right here. And that's exactly the emotions that were described to us from Tony, I believe was his name, right? Tony? Yeah, Tony. Exactly the anxiety, the denial, the panic, the capitulation, the depression, the disbelief that people feel when they've made a wrong choice. And here's the thing, Joe. I'm not perfect. I don't have a 100% win rate. Even with OVYLYR, I don't have an 100% win rate. But I know that to be a successful trader, I must cut my losers short. I
Yeah,
want my winners running out of control, not my losers.
right. You don't need a 100% win rate to be successful.
No, dude, you can win the US Investing Championship like my mentor, Mark Minervini, with a 40% win rate. Like, Joe, that's worse than flipping a coin.
Yep.
Yet you can win the US Investing Championship like we're going to do next year. Hopefully my
Yep.
win rate's over. I like to win. I don't know about you, Joe, but I actually
Oh,
like to
yeah.
win. So I
Yeah.
prefer my win rates to be higher. I like 70-ish win rates. But you know, I'm fine with taking a lower win rate when my winners are that much bigger than my losses. Just saying.
I once did a chat GPT search, and it suggested that anything over 60 is nearly impossible. So if outliers get to 70, I mean, we're going to dance around the fire. You know what I mean? It's going to
Yeah.
be amazing.
Okay. So back to the video here. We've done enough analysis. Let's just listen to how brilliant this is to make $25,000 a week.
And 37 cents a share. And so I encourage you, if you are trading, never to put all of your eggs in one trade basket. You want to wait in case the trade does pull back and you're able to go even lower and get more premium. And that's what I did.
F that noise. Bro, she's telling you to buy the dip. The problem with buying the dip is that people get so used to the stage two move that they think, well, it's just a temporary dip. It's going to go back up. It should go up from here, right? This is such a beautiful, wonderful, perfect example as why you never, ever, ever, ever buy the dip. And I would have told her that on that date. You don't know where the dip is going to stop dipping. And this one went down 80% before the dip stopped. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
And that's what's helping my returns be so wonderful today. Now, I do know that these trades are higher in nature. So I don't want you to be discouraged, because this same methodology can be applied to a stock that's trading at $15, at $20. And so I want to teach you about how to spot these setups, and then you can go apply it to a particular trade that fits your risk profile and that fits your budget. The Bollinger Bands are very important when you are trying to determine future price.
Who uses Bollinger Bands in here? I'm just curious. Listen, here's the deal. I have tried literally every indicator out there, every single one. You name it, I've tried it. I promise you that. I don't use any of them anymore. I use 3 moving averages, I use ATR, and I use OVYLYR. So if you are using Bollinger Bands, tell me how you are in the chat. I genuinely like to know. I'm not going to criticize you or anything like that. I'd like to know.
Action on a stock. And if you can grab a stock in the bottom of its band, then you have great potential to enjoy the ride up if you're put the shares. And as I was telling my Discord members today, I don't want anyone to be afraid of accepting assignment on a sold put if one, it's a quality company, and if two, they're getting it at a really good price. And this seems to be a really good price, and I'll show you why. So we were assigned right here at
So that's very, very amateurish thinking. You're going to get it for a great price, Joe. It should go up from here, right? Remember, these are assets. These are not consumables. I don't want to buy it for a great price. 50% of the time, it works every time. Yeah. Um, like Joe, imagine that you're moving into a new neighborhood and the Texas Roadhouse just moved out and you can get a great price on this house.
Mm.
You think it's the right time to buy? Or do
It
you think
doesn't.
you should
It
go
doesn't
ahead?
sound like it. No.
No, no, because you want the price of your house going up. And you want to be moving into neighborhoods where they're building new schools, they're building new Texas Roadhouses. You don't want to be buying it when everybody's moving out, when they're shutting down schools. You got a crack house on the corner, right? The it's like Gotham City with crime everywhere, right? You don't want to live there. There's a huge difference in assets and consumables. And when I hear people saying, "Oh, you can get a great price on it. It's on sale." That's not a good thing. You want to buy a stock as it's crashing up, not as it's crashing down. She sounds like someone from the Home Shopping Network. This is a really great price.
$800. I had sold the $800 put, which is right here at the bottom of the band, and then I went under the band for the second one for a $780 put. And I knew that this was a great opportunity because I see here we're far away from the 200-day moving average, which is 638. And I noticed that we had been trading sideways for quite some time. I'm going to change this view to a candle view. It's usually a little bit easier to illustrate when you're looking at the charts. And when you do that, you can see when you zoom out, you can see that there's a lot of support right here down at the bottom of the band. It consolidated right here at this level. And this is
What self-respecting trader uses Yahoo Finance? Just saying. Anyway, I can see some support right here. That's what I was looking for. They use outlier channels. They use outlier blocks. They use the tools that are given to you for just 82 cents a day, right? In fact, you can make your chart look exactly like my chart for free. For free. Yes, there absolutely was some support here. And that support gave it up. It gave it up hard and fast. And that's why we don't buy dips. Because, you can't predict where it's going, but the trend shows you the direction of where it's going. Right here, it was kind of going back and forth. I could make justification to say it's in the start of an uptrend, start of a downtrend, start of an uptrend, but under no circumstances, hands down, full stop, should anybody own a stock where it's closing under its 10, under its 20, and under its 50. All moving averages are now bearish. All of them.
Well, what if the entire market was going down? I mean, you might consider buying a put on it, right?
Well, we're not talking about buying puts here, right?
Right.
We're not talking about buying puts, but I mean, if the market's looking shitty and the sector's looking bad and this particular stock is looking really ugly, yeah, that's a
Mhm.
great place to start.
Yeah.
for quite some time. I'm going all the way back to April. So I knew that there seemed to be safety in this trade unless there was some dramatic news that ended up, blowing it out of the water. But you're always going to have risk. But this to me seemed like an appropriate risk because I was only having 1 week worth of potential data and there was aggressive premium that I was taking advantage of. Now keep in mind, I wanted to get assigned and
Bullshit. Bullshit. You want to be assigned. No option seller wants to be bull fucking shit. I'm sorry, we're speaking French over here. No way did you want to be assigned. I may rage quit this video. No, you goddamn didn't want to be assigned. If you wanted to be assigned, you would have bought the stock outright. Bullshit.
I was disappointed at one point in this trade when it looked like I was not going to get assigned, and I considered just maybe going and buying the shares because I'm going to show you how lucrative it ended up being, the fact that I was assigned. When you're about to make a trade like this, you want to look at potential future price action. And so if I go to my analysis research in Yahoo Finance, you can see here that the average price point for SMCI is actually $1,026. So getting it right here at this price point.
there's a very high likelihood of rage quitting. It's growing by the moment. It's growing by the moment. Holy moly. I'm trying to control myself here, Joe.
I wish I could tell you you're doing a good job.
There is rage.
It might make you feel better if you give away some swag. I just say it.
I don't know. My hesh might get onto me. I've already given away like $1,000 worth today.
Oh
Oh my
no.
gosh. I'm like starting to black out here. Okay, I'm gonna let this play. Hopefully I can control myself.
It seems to be quite the bargain, and it can go up as high as 1500. So for me personally, this is the perfect stock for the wheel strategy. I sold a put at the current level, which happened to be at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, and I have so much upward potential with the stock, and this is going to give me great opportunity as the stock starts to run again to start selling.
Why is she only focusing on the upside? Like legit 325 certainly looked like a lot more realistic when it got down to, oh, it went under that, by the way. If this was a 10-to-1 split, it got down to 160. Analyst price targets are saying it's going to be at least 1500. Oh my gosh, can you believe how much money I'm going to make? I want to be assigned. I want to be assigned, because if I'm assigned, then I own the shares, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be assigned.
Covered calls. In fact, let me go show you how lucrative this might end up being for me next week. For those of you that know how to trade options already, you're going to better understand.
I count myself in that, by the way. So good luck explaining that to me. And everybody watching this, I also give you full authority to put, not only are you a professional fund manager, but you also know how to understand options because you're an outlier.
What I'm sharing with you. For those of you that don't know how to trade options, I'm going to link a video at the end of this one that takes you step
You definitely shouldn't watch.
by step into how to trade the wheel strategy. So what you might want to do after watching this one is to go ahead and click on that one and watch it, and it's going to be more familiar to you based on all of the things I'm about to share with you. It'll help you with your understanding. When you are selling a put, you generally want to look for something that is along the lines of a 0.2 delta. But because we're dealing with so much money, and this was a larger trade.
Tell me you don't trade options without telling me you don't trade options. Go ahead. Tell me you don't trade options without telling me you don't trade options. 0.2 delta. Shut up.
Expiring this week, I actually decided to be more conservative. Now, if you look at the current delta based on the price movement, we were at 0.6, but at the time that I took out this trade, we were actually closer to 0.1. So right here around the 785, what it's showing about 0.1 delta. And that ended up serving me well, because by selling that 0.1 delta, I was able to be put the shares, and I should see these show up in my broker tomorrow, at 800. And we ended the day right there at about 797, I believe. Even though I was put the shares at 800, I'm still ahead because I did receive $4.52 per share when we made the trade. So I'm still ahead, even though I was assigned at 800 and the stock is a little lower than that right now. But I'm not worried, because let me show you why. When you look at next week, and we had a down day today, but I'm going to show you the premium for next week, even if we didn't go up from here. But if we do go up, it's going to go up exponentially. And so if you look right here at 800,
That's not how options work when you sell them. It can't go up exponentially. That is not possible. Absolutely not possible. And if you got the shares, which I can't believe you'd be excited to have done so, it can't go up exponentially either. It can only go up linearly because you get no leverage.
this was my assignment price. If I decided to sell a call at the $800 level, I would be getting $38 a share next week, assuming this does not go up. That is a
Do I still have, oh man, I closed that, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she does still make videos. In fact, let's go. I'm abandoning this video. I can't do it anymore, Joe. I've quietly rage quit it. quietly rage quit. 3 hot stocks to sell puts on right now from 1 day ago. Joe, should we do it? I kind of want to do it. I want to see what hot stocks we should sell puts on.
We could invest a few seconds into it.
Okay. Let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome
Hello.
to the Ashley Show. I wanted to talk to you today about selling puts. Now, this is such a wonderful way to trade because you are agreeing to take a stock lower than it's trading at today, and
You're telling me this is a great way to trade because I'm already losing money if I take the stock. No, Stephen, I don't want to be kind. It's not fun. It doesn't make good YouTube. It's an amazing deal. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I just want to see the stocks that she's looking at today, and then I'll tell you if I think it's a great deal or not. Let's go to Amazon. Amazon. Where are we at right now? Okay, so as of right now, Amazon's closed under its 10, is closed under its 20. So this is as of today, this is now in a bearish short-term trend and a bearish intermediate term trend. This is not one at all that I would be selling puts on. Hands down for sure, no way would I do that. Let's go to the next one. I'm playing it cool. I gotta make the Sunday video too in a minute. Ugh. Sunday videos they used to be so much fun when I got to click on my slides, and now it's just oh, look at this stock. It's got all 8 listed. Yay. It's so much harder to make a video now. Anyway, SoFi. Okay, maybe this is the next one. Let's go to SoFi. SoFi, I can get on with. It's got a bullish trend right now. Let's go over to SoFi's charts real quick. SoFi. SoFi actually looks pretty. Okay. Let me take that back. Not so great. We're 4 of 9 on the OVYLYR Nine. The sector is not helping you whatsoever. The stock has a sell signal. Fear and greed's going down. It does have a bullish trend right now. So, I mean, could you sell a put right here? Yes. Chart wise, I can get behind that. However, behind the scenes wise, where is that? SoFi. Behind the scenes wise, underneath the hood wise, not so much. Okay. Look, see, I'm being cool. Don't give me enough credit. UNH. And now I think UNH actually is a really good one. I've seen several. I need to close some tabs, Joe. Give me a break. I've seen several people in Discord talking about UNH has really been paying for them. Rick says, I am not convinced she actually has these trades on. That's how I feel like when I watch any Felix video. This feels a little disingenuous to me. Okay. United Healthcare on its own, actually doing pretty well. Moved through these order blocks right here, getting more and more greedy. The sector is not helping it, but it's got 6 of 9. And this one doesn't seem so bad. This doesn't seem so bad. UNH. Yeah, this doesn't seem so bad. So okay, fine. I will actually give her 2 out of 3, or at least have bullish trends. There you go. I helped you. I wasn't mean. I was just being objective here. So what did we learn today, Joe?
We learned that as outliers, we should not sell options. We shouldn't sell puts. We shouldn't sell calls. We should look for trends. We should let outlier tell us where we should consider investing our money and adjust our plans to our lifestyles individually. And that's how we're going to make money.
That sounds good. I like it.
Yeah.
Sounds brilliant. Yeah. We want to stay away from setting ourselves up to lose more money than we can win, for sure. We definitely never, ever want to do that. And we certainly don't want to do that if the stock is already in a downtrend, right? If the market, listen, the market will tell you what it's doing. Sometimes it gets mad and it just kind of farts around sideways and it's really frustrating. And then sometimes it is smooth sailing. You can get into a stock, you can get out of a stock, and the only thing that happened is more money flowed into your account on a daily basis, right? That's what we want. We want those effortless trades. And those can happen, but they don't happen all the time. You must lean the right way. You must sit in cash. Dadgum, I did it wrong again. You must sit in cash and not F up until that point. Because all stocks are bad, and every once in a while they act right. By the way, I do want to say a nice thank you to Joe for showing up at least most for the week, right? Because I agree. I'm glad I found Joe because Joe makes this way more fun to be able to hang out with one of our friends. Everybody say
Wow.
thanks, Joe.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Chris.
Joe. I appreciate you being here. All right, Joe, I need to go record the Sunday video. I wonder what kind of cool stuff I'll cook up for this one. I don't know. I'm literally go by the seat of my pants. That's a professional YouTuber. By the seat of my shorts because I don't wear pants.
That's right.
Joe and everybody else watching live, thank you so much for coming. Be sure you click one of those 2 videos to help you save time, make money, and start winning with less risk. And we will talk soon.